Hi friends, welcome back to Canada Tried and Tested. As you are aware that I have purchased condo and I've been trying to document all my learning experience, and soon I will be coming with a checklist which I will be uploading onto my website, so that whenever you have planned to buy a house, be it condo, townhouse, I'm sure you would have questions. So instead of going and finding from scratch, I'm documenting all the experience what I have, all the questions I had, all the checklist I have made, so that it becomes easier for you, and hopefully that helps you. Now, as you are aware that in this channel I share my experience from doing the PR on my own without consultant, to also sharing many other experiences like how I have been saving money. Now, in terms of condo, I had shown you this template where the entire process was explained, and I also said to you that I have gone through one of the five top banks of Canada for the mortgage, and I got a very competitive rate, 1.25. Now this I had gone through the mortgage agent, and once the mortgage agent does his documentation and he hands over to the bank, the next task is to connect with the bank, where get few documentation done, and then the document is processed for the payment to be made ready. Now I was following up with my mortgage agent to let me know who is the contact person in bank with whom I should be connecting with. He shared one email ID. There is no other way to connect, and I never heard back from that person for many days. Then I reached out to my mortgage agent and I said that while the dates for the closure is away, I'm not getting comfortable with no response from the bank side. So he arranged one more person, and with that lady I had fixed the appointment for me to go and have the first connect and find out whether what has been documented is the same thing what is there with her also. Usually when you go for a mortgage, the bank always try to upsell. They would try to upsell you credit card, they would try to upsell you the normal banking transaction account like checking, as well as the line of credit. So this is something which usually happens and I was aware of. So I had gone with the preparation to have this small talk and to find how things are going to be working for me. Today was the visit, and I met this lady who had my case file, and she went through every detail what the mortgage agent had asked from me. Same thing, she just went with the confirmation, and then she told me what is the mortgage amount I have and how this process will work, and she has to hand over the document to the bank representative who will be finalizing on the check which will be released for the payment. Now here I felt, and this is my experience which I am sharing, she was trying to push with her products, which I knew it's going to happen. So she gave a scenario that if I go with checking account with the bank, since I am having a different bank, if I go with a checking bank account, I will get $500 as a joining bonus. So which looks interesting, but there are some caveats, like I need to have at least minimum of $4,000 kept in that account for me to get that 500 cash back, and that will be in a period of almost, if I do the calculation, it comes in 6 months. If I am not going with that option, I have another option where I still open a checking account and I pay around $19 to $20 per month, and this has unlimited transaction and all of that, which I already have with my bank, and I pay zero money with my bank because I have multiple product. Now this $500, right? I'm an Indian and I don't want to miss this money. So I have an idea of how I'm going to do. I want to ask you, what do you think? Will I go with a checking bank account where I have to pay every month transaction, or I will go and deposit $4,000 and keep it that way so that my checking account does not have any recurring money? So please do comment. I will let you know what my plan is in upcoming video. Now in terms of line of credit, I have given a go ahead that let the approval be in place, and that will be made available to me. I can go and take the money anytime I want. Now the day I take the money, from that day the interest starts, and per day interest I would be paying 3.5%. So I have made that money available. I just need to plan it well on how I'm going to use. Right now I actually don't require the plan from day one after I came to Canada. The way the money has been managed, everything will be taken care with what I have. Now I have to see how the time value for money works for me, and based on that I will see whether to go and take this line of credit or not. So that is the other thing. In terms of credit card, it's very easy to get a customer who has one product to sell another product and another product. In terms of credit card, again, I'm getting a premium credit card with first year waiver, annual fee waiver, and there are two options which I have got. One has 4 times cashback, and the other one is giving me lounge facility for international travel, and there are few other benefits. So I have made video earlier also on how I have been using credit card to my advantage. I right now have 2 credit cards. My credit score is very, very healthy, and this will become the 3rd credit card. The idea is that you never ever fail to do the payment of credit card. One, don't ever let the credit card go on interest, which means you end up paying heavy interest. If you go and see, you will pay huge amount, almost 24% interest rate, which is insane. And many people actually in Canada end up taking such huge interest without realizing, of course, because not many people read the fine print. So even when you are here, don't make that mistake. So overall, in today's discussion, I felt that I did the right thing of chasing for the bank appointment. Otherwise, this bank appointment would have happened closer to my closing date. And what happens is, when you're nearing the closing date, there are many other things, many other problems you're dealing with. So you are not in a receptive mode, and you may end up making mistake which will have repercussions later on. Like if you ask me what that mistake would have been, the way it gets promoted to the customer, right? Like she was telling that if you decide today, this offer is available to you, otherwise it's gone. So I took a step back and I explained what my thought process is, and I want 1 or 2 days time to come back and confirm that to her. And within 5-10 minutes of conversation, I realized that it was just a hype getting created that I have to confirm right now. So don't ever fall to that trap. Be cautious, take your time, conversation going on, discuss as much as possible, and that's where you get to know what exactly is happening. So this is my experience today. In my other video, I'll be sharing with you my experience of dealing with the renovation work which I have to get done at my place. So I have ordered for the material. The work has to commence. I have a very small window between the house possession and the move-in. I have 5 days window, and within that 5 days I have to get the work completed. So I'm also focusing in that area. There are few challenges which came by, and again I'm documenting everything which will be available for you. And since I'm doing a lot of due diligence, I have been able to keep cost in control. And if someone says that unlike India, those who understand India, in Canada the contractors don't take you for a ride. At least in my case, my experience has been, if you're not smart, it's very easy for you to take a ride. So I will be sharing those experience in video and how I am approaching that step by step. You will, I'm sure, get some information and input which will help you with your house buying and renovation journey. Thanks for watching Canada Tried and Tested.